interview, guest for today's evening is an amazing personality who is not only a passionate blogger but also a wildlife enthusiast. So, without any further wasting of time, let's get started. Hello and welcome,
Hello, hi.
Arpan
Thank you for
Partha,
inviting me.
to this session of interview. Thank you so much for this valuable time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
So, starting with the first question, we would like to know about yourself a little bit.
Yes, hello. My name is Arpan, and I live in Lakhimpur district, a small town named Bipuria. It is my hometown. And as a profession, I have started a business 7 to 8 months ago. It's basically a garments and footwear and other accessories showroom for both gents and ladies. And beside this, as a passion, I have been doing wildlife photography and also doing wildlife rescue and other works related to wildlife for 4 to 5 years, and I'm still continuing it, and it is actually a passion of mine. As a profession, I have started a business. That's it about myself.
Okay. So, what drove you to wildlife?
Uh, actually, there is no definite answer of this question. I even also do not know how I got involved in the wildlife activities, but since I bought a camera, actually my parents gifted me a DSLR camera in 2016. I requested my parents for a camera and they gifted it to me, and with that camera I started clicking photos of birds and started uh, searching about their names, also started capturing other wild animal wildlife and other snakes and all, and gradually I start there gradually I got interest in this field, and I do not actually know how I started, but this was the process, and through this process I got involved in wildlife photography, and I have been clicking photos of birds and still searching their names, and this is kind of my hobby. So this is how I started.
Okay. Uh, I have seen whenever you post the pictures of any bird or any wildlife, you also give their local name. So, which is
uh,
quite appreciative of you.
yeah, actually, I believe that with the local names, the people can get more connected with nature, and that is important. There should be a purpose of every photographer's photography, I believe, and and I think just seeing one of my bird's photo and knowing the local name of the bird, that then people would get more connected with nature, and that's why I'm trying to find the local names. And all the birds do not have the local names. Some people, some ornithologists of Assam are trying to find their names and also giving names to the unidentified birds. So I have been searching for the local names, and that's why I use the local names in my post.
Okay, that's really great. So, what about your experience of exploring Jadhav Payeng's Molai forest?
Uh, it was really a beautiful forest, and it was dense, and Jadhav Payeng, actually, it was an unbelievable work. He planted a whole forest, which is very bigger, even and no one can imagine without visiting the forest. And I was mesmerized by visiting the forest, and it was a great moment while trekking the forest.
Okay. I have seen that you also enjoy camping.
Yes, yeah, camping, right?
Yeah, camping.
Yeah. Actually, staying with the nature out of the comfort zone. Actually, we always, live in concretes, and we usually do live in a very busy mechanical life. So when you go for camping, it's kind of a like natural experience, which is very much important, I think, to get connected with nature, and yeah, I do love camping, and will continue it.
Okay. Can you share any storytelling from exploring Longa Reserve Forest?
Ronga Reserve Forest is full of undiscovered things, I believe, and full of potential. Ronga Reserve Forest is a basically a rainforest, a tropical rainforest, and the tropical rainforest is like the home for lots of wildlife things. And yeah, there are. I have noticed there are many birds, even the migratory birds, reptiles, and other mammals like small cat family mammals. Uh, there are much more potential, and there are much more thing hidden in that forest, Ronga Reserve Forest. And I usually visit this forest when I get free time, and will visiting it because it is like my second home. So I do love this forest, and yeah, it's a great forest.
Okay. Recently, I have watched one of your blog from Ronga Reserve Forest in search of mini bird.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, last year, uh, uh, Debajit Mahanta, actually a person from my hometown, he and some other people are running a NGO named Assam Wildlife Rescue and Research Organization, AWRRO. They are doing some amazing things related to wildlife. They have been also involved in camera trapping and other activities in Ronga Reserve Forest. One day last year, Debajit Da took me with some of my friends who uh, to Ronga Reserve Forest and showed us the minivet bird, and he told everything about that bird. And so this year I also went there to find that bird, and successfully captured it, though it was a very long distance shot, but we noticed the bird this year also.
Okay. Tell us something about your visit to Keoladio National Park, which is known as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. It is
Yeah.
really a paradise for wildlife photographers.
Yeah, I also agree that it is a paradise for birds and birders. Uh, it was a great experience. Actually, when I was in Delhi, I was in Delhi for 2 years actually for some study purpose, and that period of time, on my birthday, I requested my mom to gift me a lens which is 200 to 500 and she gifted me a 200 to 500 Nikon telephoto lens on my birthday. It was like 2019 or something like that. And after purchasing the lens, I needed to find a place to to taste the lens, to unleash the potential of the lens, or to try with the lens, to take photographs with the lens. So I decided to go to Bharatpur, which was like 280 kilometers away from Delhi, and I went there alone. and and it was a very great experience actually, and I will definitely visit Bharatpur again and again in my life. And I also request every persons who love birds or who are involved in bird photography that please visit this Keoladio National Park once in a life, because there is an extraordinary environment within that national park. They're full of birds. Wherever you see, you will see only birds, and the environment is so peaceful. And yeah, I cannot explain it in words actually. It was a very mesmerizing experience of my life, and I will definitely visit again and again.
Okay. So let's talk about your YouTube channel, which is doing great within a short span of time. So
Oh, actually, uh,
how did it started?
actually, I had no plan for coming to YouTube, but my brother, my elder brother, always used to tell me that start vlogging or something like that. And one day I was doing nothing and just thought that yeah, I can do it. I can show that whatever I do, whatever I do in photography and birding or bird watching or something like that, I can show it as a vlog. And that thought came to my mind, and I also shared that thought with my friends who actually we have a team called Save Wildlife in my local area. So I shared that thought with the members of the Save Wildlife team, and they appreciated it. And that's why that's how I started. I just thought nothing, and then decided that yes, I can do vlogging, and started vlogging. It was like 4 to 5 months ago I started, and yeah, I think I will keep it up.
Has blogging changed your life?
Yes, definitely. Vlogging is like kind of a different thing, and after started vlogging, I noticed one thing that um, at the same moment of time I had to take care of many things, from talking in front of camera to capture images, everything at the same moment. I have to take care of many things, which is really a kind of hectic things. And when I do vlog, I usually do not get time to more indulge with nature, and it is actually not possible every time that you are capturing a bird and you also talking in front of camera. It's not possible every time because wildlife is full of uncertain things. So yeah, vlogging is much more difficult in this field, but I'm trying to find some easiest way, and yeah, we'll let's see what happens.
I must say that you are truly doing a great job, and I really enjoy watching your videos. Until now, I think I have watched all of your videos.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure. So, how do you see blogging evolving in the coming 5 years?
uh, it will depend. Actually, from the first video to the last video, I have learned many things, and gradually I developed the skills also, uh, which is uh, which is very much which is a very good thing for me, I think. And only after practicing with camera and vlogging I can develop the skills. So I have to keep doing this to achieve, to get to to make my videos better and better. So I have to keep the practicing, and that's it.
Okay. So, how was your experience of bamboo rafting in Subansiri and Brahmaputra?
Actually, I didn't raft. I went to meet the person. Actually, uh, last year, uh, no, 2020. In 2020, two person named Risan Dole and Sekhar Bardloy started bamboo rafting in Brahmaputra, and their bamboo raft's name was Sibuk, and it was like a viral case at that time, and they. For the second time they started the expedition, and this expedition was in Subansiri, and in this expedition Nilim Mahanto, the graffiti artist, also joined them, and these three persons with one another cinematographer Asutosh Kaishap, these four persons were sailing the bamboo raft, and I went to meet them, and there was some work I had to give something to them. They were in need of something, so I went there to my nearest ghat, which is called Dhunaguri Ghat, when they were sailing from Gogamukh to Tezpur, in the Subansiri, through the via the Subansiri River to the Brahmaputra River. I went to Dhunaguri Ghat to meet them, and yeah, I had a great time with them. But I didn't join the team. I was not the one who was rafting. Uh, but I had the experience of meeting these four persons.
Okay. So, now tell us something about the rescue operations.
These last 2 years, I have been doing snake rescue and other animals rescue. Actually, it started by joining one of my friend who has been continuously rescuing snakes in my local area. So actually, we do give importance in ethical rescue. Actually, by grabbing the head and using some unethical ways to rescue, we do not like the things. We try to rescue with ethical way, with minimum contact with the snake, and we follow such ways actually. And we also do some awareness program when we go for a rescue operation. We also give importance to make the people aware about the importance of the snakes and their value in our ecosystem. So in these ethical ways and awareness program, we have been doing rescue in our local area since 3 years.
Okay. We have come to know that you are a passionate bird watcher.
Yes.
So, what about your other passion, that is love for snakes?
Uh, Actually, snake is also a natural element. I love nature actually, and I was not involved in the rescue kind of things before, but from last 2 years I got involved actually, and yeah, I have been enjoying now, and yeah, I had a really good time in the rescue operations and also learned many things. Previously, when I started bird watching. I did I I did not have any knowledge on snakes and other reptiles, but since I came to this field, I got some knowledges and started knowing how to identify the snakes. And now I can identify the local snakes of our area, and gradually I am learning the things. And yeah, this way the rescue operations are going on.
Okay, let's talk now about some of your pictures. So the first picture is the painted bronzeback snake. What was the story behind clicking this pic?
A painted bronzeback snake. Which how was can you describe which one actually?
I think that one picture of a snake on from the front side,
uh,
from a high altitude towards
oh yeah,
downward
yeah,
side.
yeah. Actually it was a snake that was trapped inside a motorbike, uh, and the people called us that the snake got trapped inside a motorbike, and we went there and we successfully took the snake out of the motorcycle, and the snake was very dirty, the bike. It was actually inside the bike's chain cover. It was really very tough time to take out the snake from that little hole, and we successfully did the rescue, and we made the snake clean, because the snake was uh, total oily, and the black oil things. So we cleaned the snake, and at the time of release we took a few photographs, and that was one of those photographs actually.
So what was the story behind clicking Salazar Pit Viper?
Salazar Pit Viper. Oh, it was a great. Actually, there was a story behind that photo. Uh, I forgot the date and time, but it was like approximately 10:30 to 11 p.m. We got a call from one of our nearest villages that a little child, a girl child, was bitten by a snake, and the snake was in green color. So we went to the place, and this child was admitted to hospital, and she was referred to Dibrugarh hospital. Uh, I have to thank the parents that they took their child to the hospital at once, and we rescued the snake from their home, and we released the snake, and the girl child was safe. Actually, it was a dry bite, so after some test, doctor released the child. So it was the story behind that Salazar Pit Viper.
Okay. So you once clicked Indian red snake.
Indian red snake. Yes. Actually, it is the most common snake in our local area. Actually, it is the most common snake found in all over in India. So we 90% of our rescue calls are obviously are Indian red snakes. So sometimes we keep photos, sometimes we do not, and it is one of such photos. Actually, one of some random rescue photos. I do not remember which one you are talking about, but there are lots of images of Indian red snakes with me, and eh, it is one of them, I think.
Okay. This one you have posted on
Uh,
Instagram. It was on the soil.
it was in the soil.
I think on the soil. Yes. I think inside the trunk maybe, but on base was on the soil. So anyway, tell us something about your bird clicks. The first pic is Rudy Seldak,
Uh,
which you have clicked in Bagmora.
Oh
now.
yeah, it was a recent photo. Yeah. Actually, on January 7th, 8th, and 9th, uh, there was a winter carnival in Bagmara. Adventure destination. There is a name of group, group named Adventure Destination Official. They have Instagram pages also. They usually organize this winter carnival in every winter, and they have been doing this since 3 years. So in this winter carnival, they invited me to visit the winter carnival. I went there. On the way to Bagmura Gaon, I have to cross through two rivers. One is Subansiri River and one is Brahmaputra River. Actually, Bagmara Gaon is near to Jorhat. So to go Jorhat via rivers, we can go via Majuli we can go via Majuli by crossing Subansiri River and Brahmaputra River. And when I was crossing the Brahmaputra River, then I clicked the photos of the ruddy shell duck.
So once you have clicked the little cormorant with his mouth wide open.
Oh yeah, it is actually juvenile little cormorant. You can see this picture in one of my vlogs. Actually, I and my friend Manasda, we went to capture the photos of Asian open-bill storks. There is a huge colony of Asian open-bill stork in my nearest village named Khora. So we were just clicking some random photos of Asian open-bill storks. At that moment, one little boy came to us, and he was holding a bird who was just fallen from above the tree. And he showed the bird to us, and we looked the bird. It was okay. It just got fallen from the tree. So we kept the bird little above in a branch of the tree so that the parents could take him to home. And at the moment of releasing the bird, I clicked that photo.
Okay. You once clicked a rare sighting, that is the picture of slow lorries. So what was the story behind it?
That was an interesting story actually. I already mentioned about Devojita earlier in this video. Devojita once called me that forest department is seeking help from us, that they got a call from a village which is like 20-30 kilometers away from my hometown, that local villagers have caught a slow lorries, and they have taken it in a little cage, and the forest department got informed about that case, and they took us with us. And Devojita, me, and two forest officials went to that village. We successfully took the slow lorries out of that case, and we did a veterinary checkup of the slow lorries, and we took the slow lorries to Ronga Reserve Forest, and we released the slow lorries. And when we released the slow lorries, he was just staring us for 1 or 2 minutes, and at that moment I clicked that photo.
Okay. So what was the story behind clicking painted stork, which is one of the most beautiful bird?
Yeah, painted stock. I captured it in Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. I mentioned earlier that I went to Keoladio National Park or Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary in 2019 to test my 200 to 500 lens, which the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary is like the paradise for birds and birders. I already mentioned that thing. And in that park, you will get plenty of colonies of painted stock. Wherever you see, there is a place inside that national park that full of water bodies, and in that area there are many painted stock colonies. So I took that couple of painted stock inside that park in that place.
Okay, Mr. Partho, we are nearly to the end of this session.
Okay.
At last, I would like to know from you, what would be your piece of advice to a young YouTuber who has just started his channel?
Okay. Yeah. Keeping the thing. Actually, my vlogging is some kind of different, so I cannot suggest anything. But I love to watch the things raw, actually, without mixing some artificial things. Actually, people want to know the reality. If you are going to somewhere, you are searching for that place, so obviously you want to see the raw images or the raw footages of that place. So actually, without doing some kind of many effects and artificial things or something like that, keep it raw and give as much as possible information to your viewers so that they can get to know something from your channel. So I can suggest this thing to the young youtubers. With actually, I am still also a young youtuber, but I believe that this thing can help us.
Okay, Mr. Partha, hope your viewpoints and your storytelling will be valuable to our audience who are watching this interview at this time. And I must say that you are truly an amazing and inspiring personality. And all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your platform, and thank you so much for.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
So, audience, this was Arpan Partha, bird watcher, a passionate blogger, a businessman, and a wildlife enthusiast. Hope you liked today's video and make sure to like, share, subscribe to this channel. I will be back soon with another eminent personality very soon. Till then, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.